Could a summit between the leaders of the world's two largest economies be the most dangerous meeting for a small democracy in years? It's a question that's keeping Taipei awake at night, and for good reason. Before we continue, if you want to stay on top of everything happening in US politics, hit that subscribe button right now and leave a like. It really helps this channel grow. This week, President Trump is set to meet with Chinese President Xi Jinping. On the surface, it's a conversation about trade, security, and the complex relationship between the United States and China. But lurking beneath the diplomatic pleasantries, often buried but never truly absent, is the issue of Taiwan. For Taiwan, the upcoming summit is less an opportunity for clarity and more a source of profound anxiety. Taiwan's Foreign Minister, Lin Chialung, has been quite explicit. He stated that Taiwan does not want surprises during this high-level meeting. That's a loaded statement. It's not an admission of fear, but rather a clear articulation of a desire for predictability in a situation that is anything but. Taiwan is confident, he says, in its relationship with the United States, its primary security guarantor. Yet, that confidence is tempered by a palpable wariness of the unexpected. What exactly are these surprises Taiwan is so keen to avoid? They could range from a sudden shift in U.S. policy regarding its commitment to Taiwan's defense, to any kind of implicit or explicit agreement between Washington and Beijing that bypasses Taipei's interests entirely. Think about the delicate balance that has existed for decades. The United States has a policy of strategic ambiguity regarding its defense of Taiwan, while simultaneously adhering to the One China policy, acknowledging Beijing's claim over the island but also maintaining robust unofficial relations in arms sales to Taipei. Any deviation from this carefully constructed framework, especially a sudden one, could have seismic repercussions. For Taiwan, a democracy of 23 million people, its existence is perpetually negotiated on the global stage. They have built a vibrant society, a thriving economy, and a strong democratic identity. But geographically and politically, they sit in the shadow of a much larger, more powerful neighbor that views Taiwan as a renegade province to be reunified, by force if necessary. The United States, under President Trump, has shown a willingness to upend long-standing diplomatic norms and challenge existing international agreements. While this unpredictability has been a hallmark of his foreign policy, for allies like Taiwan, it can be a source of significant unease. They rely on a consistent U.S. stance, a clear signal of support that deters potential aggression from Beijing. Any hint that the U.S. might be willing to trade away Taiwan's security interests for concessions in other areas of its relationship with China would be a catastrophic development. What does this mean for the region? It means increased tension, potentially more aggressive posturing from Beijing if they perceive a weakening of U.S. resolve, and a heightened sense of vulnerability for Taiwan. It also means that the United States finds itself in a precarious position. On one hand, Trump wants to secure concessions from China on trade and other issues. On the other hand, he needs to maintain the trust and confidence of his regional allies, including Taiwan, who are crucial to U.S. strategic interests in the Indo-Pacific. The potential outcomes are stark. At best, the meeting proceeds without any major disruptions to the status quo, and Taiwan breathes a sigh of relief. At worst, a misstep, a careless remark, or a calculated strategic concession could embolden China, destabilize the region, and fundamentally alter the security landscape for Taiwan, potentially pushing it closer to the precipice. This isn't just about politics, it's about the future of a democracy and the fragile peace in one of the world's most critical geopolitical flashpoints. Taiwan's plea for no surprises is a global plea for stability, a reminder that the decisions made in rooms like these have very real, and very human, consequences. So what do you think about this? Do you believe the US will truly stand by Taiwan, or will economic interests prevail? Drop your opinion in the comments below. I read every single one. The world is watching. The stakes couldn't be higher.